During the Treta Yuga, Lord Rama lived in peaceful exile in the Panchavati forest with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshmana. To an outside observer, their forest camp appeared quiet and secure. But Ravana, the demon king of Lanka, engineered a plan to dismantle that security. He sent the demon Maricha, disguised as a dazzling golden deer, to lure Lord Rama deep into the forest and away from the camp. Once Rama was out of sight, Maricha mimicked Rama's voice, crying out in feigned agony. Distraught by the sound of her husband's supposed distress, Sita begged Lakshmana to go to his aid, eventually forcing him to abandon his protective post. With the brothers gone, Ravana approached the cottage disguised as a holy sage. The moment Sita stepped forward to offer him alms, he cast aside the disguise, revealing his 10 heads and 20 arms. Ravana bypassed the physical defenses by weaponizing the hero's own virtues, Sita's love and Lakshmana's deity, to create a total vacuum of protection. Ravana forced Sita into his flying chariot, the Pushpaka Vimana, and ascended into the sky. As they fled, Sita tore off her jewelry, dropping a trail of ornaments into the forest canopy below. From his resting place beneath a giant tree, the vulture king Jatayu heard her cries. Though an old friend of Rama's father, he was now ancient and frail. The data reveals the staggering asymmetry of this encounter. On one side was Ravana, a warrior at the height of his power, with a divine chariot and a vast arsenal. On the other was an elderly bird, with nothing but his natural claws and wings. Statistically, the probability of a successful rescue was nearly zero. Despite knowing Ravana's identity and overwhelming strength, Jatayu spread his wings and flew directly into the path of the speeding chariot. This ancient bird was entering a battle he was mathematically guaranteed to lose, a physical defeat that would somehow be remembered as a supreme victory. Jatayu intersected the chariot and issued a strict moral ultimatum, warning Ravana that abducting another man's wife was a grave cosmic sin. Ravana laughed at the bird's age and fragility, telling him to step aside if he valued his life. Jatayu launched a ferocious assault, tearing through the chariot's armor with his claws. He dismantled Ravana's offense, snapping his mighty bow. Jatayu continued the demolition, shattering the royal umbrella and slaying the horses, forcing the vessel to a dead halt. In this fleeting window, the structural damage Jatayu inflicted neutralized Ravana's tactical superiority, momentarily closing the gap between an ancient bird and a divine warrior. Forced to the ground, Ravana's arrogance shifted into a humiliated fury. He drew Chandrahas, a divine and unstoppable sword, marking the end of Jatayu's brief tactical advantage. The reality of age and exhaustion finally caught up to Jatayu. His wings and muscles could no longer evade the Demon King's strikes. Ravana swung the blade with terrible force, severing Jatayu's wings and sending the bird plummeting to the forest floor. Physical reality reasserted itself. Determination could not permanently suspend the laws of physical decay. Ravana escaped toward Lanka, leaving behind an absolute tactical defeat. Rama and Lakshmana returned to the wreckage of their camp, and eventually found the dying Jatayu in the forest. Rather than succumbing to his pain, Jatayu used his final moments to deliver vital intelligence to Lord Rama. He identified the kidnapper as Ravana and confirmed the exact trajectory of the flight, pointing Rama directly toward the south. This intelligence provided the necessary direction for the search, turning a failed interception into the strategic foundation for the eventual rescue of Sita. Rama wept for Jatayu as if he were mourning his own father, cradling the bird's head in his lap. Jatayu died peacefully, chanting Rama's name, and received his final funeral rites from the Lord himself. By upholding his Dharma, his righteous duty, without fear of death, Jatayu was granted Moksha, or ultimate spiritual liberation. His story suggests that courage is defined by the willingness to stand for truth, regardless of the outcome. By choosing duty over survival, Jatayu transformed a physical defeat into an eternal triumph.